Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is LuvGangster, and tonight we've got a little treat for you guys. So, hope you guys have got your popcorn ready, you've got your cigar lit, got your candle lit as well, and you've got your ice cold Coca-Cola in front of you for this lovely matchup between Yes and Power Naps here in the Majors division of Owlet. And tonight, alongside me, I've got a special guest star here. He's the boy you love to meme in chat. His name is Lokai. Lokai, how's it doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm still wondering how you convinced me to get on this cast, but here I am.
I'm not sure. I must have threatened you with some sort of information or blackmail like you.
I still think you blackmailed me into the.
Yeah, although you just can't remember it because I blackmailed you so hard that it just caused your brain to fry. But anyways,
Exactly.
tonight, Lokai, let's talk about Owlet. Let's talk about video games, okay?
Oh boy. Okay.
We got Yes, we got Power Naps, one team, top four team in majors, other team trying to scrape into the playoffs. So you think this is possibly a sort of game for Power Naps to come in and upset, or do you think Yes is gonna hold it strong here on this first map? And
Well, it's actually pretty interesting because we faced them yesterday.
okay,
Yes, and they actually have a really good pharmacy. So I don't really know anybody on Power Naps that's really super competent or like outstanding hit scan. So if they can't really shut down the fair, they might have problems. But I think Yes's goats is a bit weaker, and I know from Power Naps' goats they're actually pretty good or competent at it at the minimum. So if they if they can shut down the Farah and get them to switch onto goats, it could be a pretty good close match.
interesting. So do you believe that Power Naps could run goats against Afara and still succeed?
Depends on the map.
Pins on the map. Well, this first map we're going to is Nepal, so let me just tell these boys that we're ready. Casters are great. We've done it. Now we're going to go on to Nepal, and the first map will be probably the one where you get booped in the middle, because that's how it always turns out. Let's find out, Lokai.
Probably.
So, Lokai, this is your first cast, right?
Yep.
So, what do you plan on doing here with this cast? What's like your aspirations, your goals here?
Uh, you got me. I have no idea.
You have no aspirations or goals?
No aspirations, no goals. I'm sorry, I'm a slacker.
This is the degenerate cast here,
Yeah,
folks.
it's the degenerate cast. Yeah.
Everyone, please say mean things about Lokai for being a degenerate in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just kidding. Lokai is great. Say nice things about him. Unless he messes up, then you can say mean things. But until then, nice things. So now we're going to be going into this. I see some familiar names to, I think, all of us here. So Lokai, which player are you going to be looking out for?
I'll be looking out for Mithra and Laser Blitz.
Wait, sorry, what was that first name? I couldn't hear you.
Mithra.
Mithra. Okay. Sorry. You didn't say it loud enough, so I just wanted you to clarify. But okay,
Yeah,
Mithra?
Mithra. She's a great Zen. It's good support, so definitely looking out for her.
Sure.
And then Laser Blitz is a pretty good tracer, and his Zarya's not bad either.
I see. So it looks like we're gonna have a goats v goats here. I was almost hoping for the Torb goats, the totes, but no. Instead, we're gonna go to classic goats. We have Ana goats versus Zen goats. So Lokai, usually this goes to Zen goats. What do you think's gonna happen here, though?
Well, Power Naps has an Ana Goat, so they're gonna have less damage compared to the Zen. So that might be a big detriment if they don't land the big purples and take advantage.
Yeah, we see a pretty good purple coming out there to Paper Sword, but he's going to be able to heal right back up. Actually, ACB is the first one to go down, and that's not good because the main tank is probably the most important part of goats. Now they're going to have an advantage on the side of Yes and see if they can push forward with it. Rich Hobo takes out Widow only, takes out Noah, and now they're going to have to be a little bit careful here on the side of Power Naps. They're going to have to take it nice and slow until ACB comes back here. Already an ult from Laser Blitz. He was charging up his ult super quickly, lit like a bic. He gets a kill onto Zigno, and now they have the advantage fighting this 5v6 fight. ACB gets stunned, and they're going to have to go in. Here comes the Shatter coming out from Paper Sword, gets two, and he's swinging on Rich Hobo. He's saying, no homeless people here. He gets backed up, and now he's got to run away. This fight is absolutely bonkers right now. Only one person died, and completely, they ended up getting the cap there on the side of Yes, but could have really gone anyone's way right there.
Yeah, it was pretty good with the Ana purple. They couldn't really take advantage of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, and unfortunately their Fern Will Grow goes down. Now they're going to have to reset once again. Paper Sword kind of caught here in this little room, but he actually gets a charge onto Meek, and now looks like still Yes is going to win this, even though Paper Sword got caught all the way out. kind of a lucky bit of a charge there from Paper Sword, but ends up working out for them. And now they're just getting pushed all the way back to spawn. Testing gets a double, a 2K onto the 2 tanks of Power Naps. And so right now it looks like Power Naps is taking a little bit of sleep here at the beginning of the game. They have to wake up and come out to play.
Yeah, they're playing really split, and Laser Blitz already has another grab, so
that's for sure.
Brutal.
There's 5 ults on, I think, both teams just about. So what do you expect here in this team fight?
A grab bomb combo.
All right, here comes the grab bomb. As one's eaten, the other one is not eaten. So this one is hopefully going to be the one that works out. No, Big Purple, though, coming out there from Fern will grow, and that's probably going to cause them to win the team fight. ACP getting 2, Pink Central getting 1, and yeah, that's going to be all she wrote for that. They used, I believe, 2 ults there, too, so really good job from Power Naps to just, you know, think about the ult economy, you know? Talking about Keens, you know, I'm talking about that capitalism. You know what I'm saying, Lokai?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So,
yeah, it's really unfortunate that the grab got eaten by the D.Va, and from there it was kind of downhill.
Yeah, for sure. Great play coming out from Ping Central. So tell me, Lokai, who is your favorite economist?
Oh, God.
Do you invest in Bitcoin?
I do not.
Well, let's see. Let's see if the folks on the side of Yes can invest in Fragcoin or something as they get stunned. 2 of them get shattered, but 4 of them get shattered on the backside, and that's going to be a big bomb. Gets Fertile Grow, but still, it's anyone's fight right now. ACP is going in swinging. He's got a lot of health, so he'll be able to do a lot of work as a result. And now this fight is kind of split off as you see Ochre and Paper Sword get sit on the other side. ACP actually gets turned into the wall there from Paper Sword, who's coming in from behind. And now this looks like it's going to be a 1 fight for the side of Yes here. Widow only and Laser Blitz picking up the kills, and now it's just going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy for them. So, Lokai, what did you see in that team fight?
Power Naps is playing really split, and that's what unfortunately got them picked off, because when you don't play as a team as GOATs, you just kind of get there.
Seems like that's been a problem with them this entire map, actually, so far, right?
Yeah, it seems like Power Naps doesn't have the communication or the teamwork compared to, yeah.
Right. And as we see, look at the Zarya here on the side, going from behind them, gets a 6-man grab. It's a big Pistra coming out there from the Ana, but it doesn't matter because Paper Sword goes in from behind, shatters, and that's actually going to be a really good shatter. They only have 10% left, so able to clean up everyone. This is basically a team like Pink Central trying to stay alive so they can touch point, but it does look like Pink Central's going to be able to do it. Just going to sit on this point and be annoying. A classic D.Va play. Here comes the bomb coming out from Pink Central just to try to stop it for just a little bit longer. Mithra is forced to use their ult. Big shatter coming out there from ACB, gets 5 people, and now here comes the grab as well. Let's see if they can put enough damage into it using these CC ults. Ochre using his sound barrier at the right time. This might be able to win the team fight for them as we see. Big bomb coming out from Testing. Big bomb as in no bomb because he gets no one. And now Paper Sword is trying to build up his ult as quickly as possible to save it for him. Rich Hobo gets taken down, but that's about it. Now, this team fight looks like it's going to go the way of Power Naps as ACB goes down. Yeah, it's just going... It's one of these long GOATs fights right now, and they're still unable to get any other kills, even though they're up 6 players in this team fight. But it looks like Zigno is actually about to get caught out. Yep, there he goes. Ping Central also demeched, and so this will be enough time for ACP to get back here, maybe do something as Reinhardt, but I don't think he'll be able to do anything. He's just getting tossed around like a ragdoll. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be it, unless they can't see the Lucio. It looks like a few of them just giving up. Laser Blitz just kind of sitting there. And I guess Lucio went a little bit too high, and that'll be it. Yeah, that last team fight was a little bit crazy here, Lokai. So if you're Power Naps, what would you do to, you know, like a quick fix sort of thing here, right? Because we're just in the middle of a map. What would you do?
I'd switch the on off to Zengoats. They don't have because they don't have a trans. They die to grab combos a lot, and they can't really make work of the Ana combo because it's such a small window for the purples. You have grenades on an 8-second cooldown, and they can just wear you down. Yes can wear you down with the Zen Discords, the orbs, and they have the trans. It just has a lot more you work.
Well, it looks like instead of going with that, they're going to keep the Ana and go with the old ball and chain here. I'm talking about that pulled pork. Lokai, do you like pulled pork?
I love pulled pork.
Both in-game and in real life?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's see what they can do here on the side of Power Naps here. They're going against Pure Dive. You said a lot about their dive earlier, so what do you expect in this team fight?
Yes, actually has a really good dive. They pressure the supports really well, so you have to watch out for that.
It's a little bit harder against the pulled pork combo to pressure the supports if everyone's a little bit closer together. That Roadhog can do a ton of damage to a Winston. I'd be very careful if I was Paper Sword. And right now they're taking a lot of damage. Laser Blitz first one to go down here on the side of Yes, and now they're going to have to be super careful as we see Widow only dive in against Rich Hobo, and Rich Hobo loses the 1v1. Actually, it looks like the kills are going either way, and I'm not sure who's going to win it as Zigno goes down. Yeah, it's still a fight that anyone can go and win, but yeah, it looks like now it's going to be won by the side of Yes. It looks like the tanks were able to stay alive long enough to get the respawns back in, and there's Laser Blitz killing Meek, ACB going down, and that's going to be that for that team fight. They get 14 on the side of Power Naps, but that's about it. It's not a lot, is it?
No, not at all. But yeah, you see the tanks and the DPS from Yes diving the supports of Pineapps, and once the supports die, it's kind of downhill.
Yeah, for sure. So what do you think Power Naps can do to protect their supports a little bit better?
Well, they have to communicate when they're going to be diving and play counter dive, but they can't really counter dive with.
Poor Rich Hobo gets hit with the ult there. Big bomb smacks him in the face, and now they're going to have to be a little bit more careful as we see ACP is just going to go off, and suicide is never the answer, ACP. But now they're going to back all the way up, wait for those two to come out, and do you want them to switch here off of the pulled pork? Ping Central only has 50% ult at this point as Roadhog.
Yeah,
now
generally we can win the first fight off with Orisa. You should switch off because it's so hard to get the lag.
Yeah, for sure, and we see some really slow building ults. Yeah, they're going to switch to some sort of death ballish sort of composition for now. I think they're going to wait for Zigno and Rich Hobo to use their ults and then switch to the rest of Goats, but we'll see what they can do here as we go in this first team fight. Paper Sword getting a ton of damage off using that tickle stick. And here comes the Visor coming out from Zigno, and Mithra responds with the Transcendence. The Transcendence for Visor probably goes the way of the Visor, as long as Rich Hobo can get something huge here, or ACB. ACB is going to walk forward with the HGH. We're talking about that Raphael Talamero, but it doesn't matter because Testing kills Rich Hobo with the bomb, and Laser Blitz kills Fertile Grow, who's alone in the back, talking about that dive and harassing people. That's what we're talking about here, and now they've lost this team fight. So Lokai looks like I don't know, they're kind of lost here on this after they got the first point. After that first win, they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, well, the way Yes is playing, it really puts really disjoints the team. Like, unfortunately, not being able to.
Yeah, for sure, as we see Mithra go down to the tire from the spawn, and now we have a ball, we have the Hammond. ACB kills Widow only as he ults. So that's a pretty good ult there from ACB, but now they're still going to have to win this team fight. Actually, they're going to be able to do it. Zigno punches Tracer v Tracer action. Oh my god, Zigno, very mad. He's talking about that Muhammad Ali there, getting 2 punch kills in that team fight. So pretty impressive takeback, although are you kind of surprised by that takeback, seeing as though Yes had the positional advantage there?
No. Just because Yes is running 2 offulars, so now that they switched to something with more sustain and more beefier, it's a bit harder for Yes to pick those targets they want.
Yeah, for sure. So we see ACP diving in, already losing his bubble, going low, and basically getting blown up there by the entirety of Yes. And now Widow only going in on Fern will grow, and that's going to be basically one team fight already for them, unless Zigno can do some big work there. Gets Widow only. He gets 2. Paper Sword also going down. He has to stay alive for as long as possible, cause as much havoc on the points that they are not allowed to cap, as he's there with Meek trying to do as much as he can, but not really able to do it. ACB trying to come back in and build his ult as fast as possible. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Bomb comes out. ACB gets stuck. ACB puts Testing into the wall, and ACB dies. But that's a big boop there. Fern will grow. Fern will go to the bottom of the map and die and feed and respawn next map. Here we go. We have Zigno coming around, doing the usual Tracer thing, and now he can't do the Tracer thing anymore. Now Meek is on the wall doing the Lucio thing, and then that's it. There you go. That was the team fight. ACB tries his best to get back on the point, but nothing doing there. And Yes takes a fairly easy, it wasn't a stomp, but it was relatively easy for them, Nepal.
I think once they got into the thick of things, they really showed their coordination with the duck.
Did you see any sort of weaknesses in Yes, even though they had won that?
Well, they kind of run a quirky thing with the double off support healers, so that's something that Pineapps could probably take advantage. They don't have the sustain to out heal long fights, so they can draw out the fights and just out heal them.
Well, what
That's
would you
something.
do if you were power naps? Okay, like if you let's say you knew that information, but what changes would you make exactly so that you put in more damage and they can't sustain?
Well, you can do something with a poker comp, like the Junkrat's a good route, like a Ash or even a McCree with for the dive because they have a Genji's Tracer. Just anything to help them shut down the tanks and punish them for diving into their team would be really helpful.
I see, I see. And so this next map, Route 66, one of these maps where you can play basically anything, but kind of a pretty good dive map, pretty good Widowmaker map. Lokai, what do you personally like to run on the route?
Widow or Ash with a something with shield break like Hanzo or Junk is one of my
Oh, I
favorites.
see. So you like to play Brig all the time, right?
Yeah, of
That's what I
course.
heard. So Booster,
Yeah,
by
for
the way, if you're
sure.
listening to this, he wants to play Brig
Yeah,
on this map.
yeah. I'm trying to usurp our big one trick. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wait, are you not the Brig one trick?
No, I'm not. It's actually Zach.
Zach is the one trick. So what do you play? You play Zarya?
I sit in the bench. I sit in the bench.
Oh, you binge ride. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
Lokai.
I'm the cheerleader.
Oh, I see. Cheerleader Lokai. Okay. Well, we've
That's
got our
me.
pom poms out for this match, folks, because we're going to go to a hot Route 66. We have a few changes coming in here. We've got Doge coming in for Hobo. We've got no, it's the other way around, isn't it? No, I'm right.
No, you're right.
ACB typed it wrong. Ah, I see. It's never my fault. ACB typed Meek for Lou, even though no, that's right. Oh my god, I'm high right now. So Lou's gonna come in. Lou from what was the name of that team, Lokai?
Power naps.
No.
What?
Yes, Power Naps from season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Power. Abizzle, weren't
Power
you
naps.
were on a team with Lou? Okay, what team was Lou on before he
Was it?
joined
Fuck.
Oasis?
Uh, it's something still with nap. Is it nap time? Was it
It's
nap time?
no, he wasn't on Nap Time. He was on the team that
Aftermath,
we
and prior to that, the Philly
Aftermath.
whatever. I can't
Oh,
remember.
Thank
I
okay.
you.
apologize.
Thank you, Abizzle. So you're too busy typing in chat and having fun when you should be our producer. You can't. They can't hear you. Okay, never mind. I'm not yelling at anyone. I'm yelling at the voices in my head, folks. Okay. Well,
All right.
now I don't seem crazy.
In my defense, Aftermath was in the other division, and we rarely saw the other division, so
Mm-hmm.
that's
That's
my
true.
excuse.
But now it's different because you see everyone, right?
Yeah, once.
So now everyone's your enemy. Give me 1 second, Lokai. Lokai, while I'm gone for just 1 second, let's talk about I don't know. Let's just talk about Overwatch. Tell the folks what you think about the new hero that's coming out.
Oh no. Oh, Baptiste. I think he's gonna be an interesting hero. He might change up the meta because he has what the Lucio heal with his left shift. His E is the immortality field, which you can probably enable out of bunker comps. And I don't know how what and from what I've been seeing, he's been outputting a lot of healing, especially with his ult that doubles the damage and the healing for everything that gets shot through it. So definitely gonna start the meta.
Well, that was a very enlightening comment that you just made, Lokai, that I was totally there to hear. Now we're going to go into. I'm sorry. Did you say anything about Baptiste and the goats? Did you talk about that?
A little bit. I think it might change it up, but I'm not too sure if it will completely. I think Guts will still be.
Interesting. As we go into Route 66, thank you, Mummy. Mummy is here to give me some Chick-fil-A. Thank you.
Oh,
24-year-old man getting Chick-fil-A from Mummy. That's how it works, boys. All right.
that's. I'm actually jealous.
So, have you been on Route 66? Wait, me? Look, have you been on Route 66?
Well, I mean, Route 66 is in Arizona, correct?
Do you expect me? I'm an American. I don't know geography or geology or whatever.
My goodness. No, I have not.
You have
Wait,
not.
It's somewhere.
Aren't you close to it?
Uh,
Actually, isn't Route 66 like a really? Is it not big? I don't know. I know nothing
it's
about
pretty
anything.
Good.
Okay. Yes. I know that one, Abizzle. Get your kicks on. Yes. Girardi makes that joke all the time, and I've tried to avoid it on purpose because he makes that joke all the time. And you know what? Now I'm gonna have to make that joke. All right, Lokai, are you ready to get your kicks on Route 66?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, great. Yeah, are you happy, Abizzle? Great. All right, let's go into match here as we're looking at these two team compositions. What do you like so far?
I like the dive coming out of Yes again. I think the dive's really good.
But is it going to be good against Lieutenant Doge and his Pharah?
That's a real question. I think it'll be pretty effective.
I mean, it's dive on defense, which is, I don't know, it can always be kind of like iffy.
Yeah.
So.
It'll be interesting.
Look at Laser Blitz.
Can,
Look at Laser Blitz. He's hiding in the back. Look at him. He's hiding. Oh, he's going to do the one tap. Oh, nope. Blue the Ninja gets the bubble from, I believe, Ping Central. And yeah, now he's going to have to be not as careful. Although Blue the Ninja is continually being dove here. They hate him. They hate Omnix. But it looks like he's going to stay alive. And they're going to have to be a little bit more careful here. Blue the Ninja picks off Laser Blitz, telling him no more bully. And now ACP knows that's time to go in here. Widow Only is kind of out. He needs to be really careful here not to die. But he's a Genji, so he can just dash away. So that's how that character works. As they push the cart ever so slowly past big Earls, large Earls. And now we see Paper Sword in the backline trying to dive Lieutenant Doge, but nothing's doing for him. And now he's going to go back. Elizabeth gets a kill on Lu the Ninja, though. Lu the Ninja a little bit far out there, but I don't blame him too much. ACP kind of dove backwards and it kind of lost space for them. Anyways, now the team fight looks like it's going to go the way of Yes. It just kind of collapses after Lu the Ninja got down. Although Lieutenant Doge killing testing, that's going to be a big pick for them as they have respawn advantage. So what did you like about that team fight from Yes?
It was really cool seeing how Yes actually used a lot of their teammates as distractions to get picks on the Zen or just create havoc for the DPS to operate.
Right. So we saw Power Naps get the first kill, but then lose the team fight. So, oh, we see a big dive here coming in from Paper Sword. Lu the Ninja gets hit with the big bomb. Lieutenant Doge responds with the, whatever that ult is called, but it doesn't look like it's not going to do anything because Widow only ults as well. Everyone's pressing Q right now, and when everyone presses Q, one team's going to die, and the team is going to live, usually, unless they all die at the same time, because that happens sometimes. And then there go. Another fight won by Yes as Laser Blitz is posted back up once again. Sneaky deaky here in these little train cars. So Lokai.
Hello.
What's up, dude?
What's up?
You ever like think about like what your like ancestors would say about like what you're doing right now with your life? Like you're like casting. Like do you think they would understand it? Like Grungus?
I don't think so.
You don't think Grungus would understand? Would he understand sick frags? Like Widow only getting 2 sick frags. Oh my god, 3 sick frags. The back and forth, this blade action. Oh my god, Paper Sword knocks off 3 people, I think. Wow, that's insane from Paper Sword and Widow only. Didn't even need to ult there inside Widow only. So yeah, that team fight, I don't know what they can do because they've just been getting stuffed here. I think it's time for them to maybe make a little switchy poo. What do you think?
Yeah, a switch is probably needed, or just the cohesion, but it seems like they don't have it, so something a switch is probably like a dive, it's probably a counter dive or something.
Alright, if you're on the side of Power Naps, what do you do here as we see another ult come in from Laser Blitz? Nothing doing that time. We see a big Gravitron, the grab and the shatter and the high spoon. And it doesn't matter that they use all the crowd controls because they all died. So that's pretty crazy because you usually don't see that every day. I think that was a big support ults coming there from Ogre and Mithra. I think they use both Transcendence and Sound Barrier there to keep their team alive through all 3 of those ults. Definitely useful, I suppose, because they use 3 ults to try to get it. So, Lokai, final team fight. What's going to happen?
I think Yes is going to pull it out. They have the old economy, Yes, Power Naps has a long way to the...
That's for sure. It looks like they're going to be able to touch here. ACP loses his bubble, though, so he has to be really careful because now the ult from Testing's going to come out. It's going to get 2 big boys. And now Widow only is going to swing his giant steel katana. That's the name of it, folks. Folded over 1 million times. Pure Japanese steel. Gets no kills with it, but he scares them, and that's all that matters. Round 1 goes the way of Yes, and so now they only have to push it about 5 inches. Lokai, how are they going to do it? What do you think they should bring out here? For me personally, if I only have to move it for, a few meters or whatever, I would go for the pirate ship personally. But
I was honestly thinking of the pirate ship too. Everybody loves a good pirate ship.
Everyone loves pirates. Let's do the rest of this cast in pirate voice, okay?
Oh no.
Can you tell Abizzle that he's going to be thrown into the brig? but in pirate.
You're asking a lot of me right now.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
Oh no.
Were you never in drama class?
I was not in drama. I'm
Okay,
not well equipped for this.
I'll try. Yarg, Abizzle, we're gonna throw ye into the brig.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I was a pirate in another life. I played Sea of Thieves for about 3 hours, so I think I know.
Watch all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I think Johnny Depp is great. I think he's an amazing actor.
See, I couldn't even when you asked on the spot to produce the what's the word? The slang of pirate. I was like, what the? I can't even think of it. What it sounds like in my head. I was like, oh my god.
Right, but then I brought it back to you, right?
Yeah, you refreshed my memory.
Right, of course, because I am I'm a pirate at heart. Okay.
Eye patch and everything.
Yeah, I have an eye patch. I have a peg leg. I have a parrot named Cracker. Polly, thank you. I've got a parrot named Cracker. Christ. Cracker wants a Polly. So we see this first team fight. Wood only already doing 22% ult charge. He must have hit someone pretty hard, and now testing goes in, plays Hammond. He's doing things that Hammonds usually do, being annoying. Laser Blitz follows up, gets a kill onto ACP, and now this is just not looking very good here. I think this far pick is basically perfect here, although he goes down right when I say that, so just ignore anything that I ever say. Wood only gets a kill on the Zigno, and Mithra reses Paper Sore to make me look a little bit better, and now here we go. They're dying left, right, and center, and there's really not much you can do here if you don't kill the Pharah. With that Hanzo, there's not really much you can do with this team composition, or with the Ashe, excuse me. So, yeah, it looks like they're going to be able to push this fairly easily. What can they do here to stall it out just a little bit longer?
Lucio definitely needs to sit around the cart and just contest it as long as possible and amp up those heals, but unfortunately it goes down. So.
Yeah, he kind of got sat on a little bit by the Hammond, and then Noah kind of smacked him in the face. So looks like this is going to be it. Fern will go trying to do his or her best. I'm not sure. Fernan is. I apologize to stall it, but it doesn't look like much is going to happen here. And that is another win for Yes, taking the 2-0 map differential into the third map, which will be, I don't know, something.
Horizon.
It will be Horizon. Thank you, Abizzle. So going 2-0, going into Horizon. We're going to the moon, folks, because this gameplay so far has been out of this world. Look at that one boop. 2 boop. Yeah, I thought they were just walking off and he just happened to get it, but no, he actually like purposely booped those people off. That's crazy. Shoutouts to Paper Sore there.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting because Yes likes running the soul healing with the quad. Actually, get away with it.
What do you think they've been able to get away with it so far? Is it like superior play on their part, or Power Neps need to do something a little bit better, or maybe a combination of both?
It's a combination of both. They have to identify things like Nepal. They ran a like double off heal, so their sustain's not gonna be good. And here they ran They ran Mercy just to, so if you can kill the Mercy, which they could have because they had an Ashe, then that's all the healing gone.
Right. So as we go into Horizon, do you think the single heal composition is still going to be useful for them? Do you think they can still get some sort of value out of it? Because Horizon to me is a little bit more of a spammy sort of map because there's like one giant choke at the beginning, whereas I mean I suppose it's kind of the same, but you can go around the side in Route 66, at least at the beginning. You actually have a few more avenues than just the side, but in Horizon you really only have that one choke at the beginning. So do you think this will still work for them because of mobility, or what?
I personally don't think so, but if I recall correctly, I think they did run it against us last night too. I might be wrong. They didn't do too bad.
I see. So I suppose they will probably try it out here. We'll see what PowerNaps does to respond to that. Looks like they're taking a little bit of a break right now. And while they do that, I'm going to eat a chicken nugget. Lokai, let's talk about, I don't know, man. You ever like, talk about space? Okay. Lokai,
Space?
what's your favorite, planet?
Saturn.
Why?
Because
it's got the rings.
It's got the ring. It's pretty. You know, I should, as a science major, I should probably know the structure of Saturn, but I don't. I'm sorry.
It's gas, just gas,
Yeah.
general gas.
But yeah, definitely Saturn. I've always liked the rings and how they composed this and that whole thing.
No, did you know that Saturn is actually losing its rings?
I think I read that somewhere, but no,
Mhm.
I completely forgot about it. So it's losing its rings.
Right.
At what rate, though? This is a real question.
Do I look like a nerd to you? Do you think I know these things, Lokai?
Hey, you brought up space. I see what you.
Look, Abizzle told me to ask you about space, and then he told me to ask you about your favorite planet. I have none of these. None of these ideas are mine, Lokai. Okay, I'm just a vessel for Abizzle's nerdy ideas. So, what else, Abizzle, should we talk
Okay,
about?
So, no, without looking it up, and I have myself off mute so stream can hear me too. How many
Okay.
moons do you think Saturn has?
Oh.
And then Love will also guess, and then Love will look it up and tell us.
Is it 3? I think it's. Or is it 2?
Saturn?
Saturn? My guess was 13.
I thought Saturn was one of those like crazy ones.
Yeah, that's why it's a fun question.
Either it's like in the 30s or 40s, or it's in the hundreds. It's one of the two.
Okay,
those
so
two.
Love,
What
what's
is
your
it?
guess? I don't know, Love, you gotta look it up. I'm not gonna alt tab again.
I've not.
Let's go with 34.
Oh, wait, I got one better. I'm gonna ask Google.
Saturn moons.
No, don't ruin this for me. How many moons are there on Saturn?
62. That's ridiculous.
How many moons are on Saturn? Whoa, 62. That's huge. That is crazy. Doesn't that like kind of affect the gravity of Saturn? Like if you got so many giant like bodies of rock, doesn't that like cause Saturn to go like whee?
I would say yes and no, only because they're moons, so they're not very large celestial objects, and also just with the way that they're all spread out, I would guess that a lot of them probably end up canceling or negating each other's forces.
It's been a while since we've taken Earth science, so.
I mean that last part kind of sounded like what is it called? Horoscopes and such, like
just
things are balancing out in the cosmos,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's pure conjecture. I could be totally wrong, but it feels like it's a thing.
Speaking of horoscopes, what horoscope are you, LuvGangster?
I am a Scorpio. Lokai, what are you?
I'm a Cancer.
You're a Cancer. I could make so many jokes about that, but I'm not going to. All right. So, what are Cancers? What's their personality traits?
Oh, I don't know, because I don't personally think I'm a Cancer, but I think it's supposed to be introverted.
Okay.
Hard ass on the outside, soft on the.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So like a Three Musketeer.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting. So, are you a hard ass on the outside and a softy on the inside?
Maybe a bit. Tiny.
I want to give a shout out to Pseudo for making the obvious joke, but it's like 3 or 4 minutes delayed. So, thank you, Pseudo, for the Uranus joke.
It's not that delayed.
I'm just surprised that we didn't come up with that. I feel like it's like an obvious sort of like answer. Lokai was like super serious. It's like, yeah, Saturn. That's it. That's the favorite one. And like, if you ask Girardi, he's gonna say Uranus. Like he would just say anus. He wouldn't even say Uranus.
I'm sorry, I'm not as entertaining as Girardi. Okay.
No, you're entertaining in a different way. Okay. Trust me.
Got my mind thinking. I was like, huh. I don't think about it. It crossed my mind. What's my favorite planet? I don't know.
See, like we say all the time, Owlet is a learning experience. We're all here to learn, and so we don't just mean Overwatch, folks. We mean all steps of life. We're trying to learn, trying to become a little bit better here. As we start, we're actually going to be playing a video game, so let's take a look at this video game. We've got Dive on one side, we got Goats on the other side. What do you think?
It'll be interesting how PowerNaps can play Goats on Horizon, because there's a lot of high ground to be used against them.
Oh, it looks like they're both... Wait, no, they are both running Goats. Excuse me. So we see Laser Blitz going to the moon. He's doing a little bit of zero gravity work right now. They don't really notice him. Now they notice him for sure. He's going to jump up in the air for some reason, and now he's going to take a few seconds to come down. Anyways, now they're going to fight on the point. Ochre just touching the point and then leaving Mithra all by herself. It looks like she's going to be a little bit caught out here. But it doesn't really matter because Laser Blitz gets a kill on Luba Ninja, so both Zenyatta's down. This team fight can go any which way right now. Already a blade coming out for Widow only. He's going to get one, and then he's going to get stunned, and he's going to die. So actually, this is actually a one team fight for the side of PowerNaps, I believe, although ACP does get testing out of the mech. So did I just confuse the sides right there? I did confuse the sides. I apologize. I'm so scuffed. So you take over for me.
No, that's all you. You cannot. You get.
Come
Don't
on.
rope me into this.
So talk about what's happening. Yeah, red is yes, blue is yes. Okay, so yes, they kill people, and now they're gonna win the cap. So Lokai, tell us about when you kill people. What does that do for your team?
It gives you all economy.
Okay, what else?
It staggers them.
Uh-huh.
And it gives you space.
Right.
Gives you pressure.
Interesting. So now that they've gotten kills, now they have all the space, and they're gonna move over to the second point here, folks. Oker trying to do some sneaky deaky things, bump people off the side. ACP shatters nothing, and here comes a bomb in response to the shatter. Testing punches someone and gets a bomb at the exact same time. So Testing trying their best to win this point for them. Mythra's gonna demech Ping Central. Looks like this is gonna be a one team fight for the side of yes. Once again, Testing doing a lot of work here on this diva as we see Lu the Ninja pop off on Oker, but in response, Widow only says, no, you don't get to do that to my boy without any consequences. And now it looks like they're still going to be in it, actually. Widow only ulting here. He's going to get Lieutenant Doge, and it looks like he's going to chase after the Lucio, but sadly for him, Lucio is extremely fast, so he's not going to be able to do anything about it. Ping Central going to try to stabilize this team fight with an ult. Bit of a zoning ult there. People move back away, and Zigno takes advantage of that space, gets a 2k, and this is going to be the first team fight win for Power Naps in quite a while, I would say.
Well, yeah, we're in 2CP, especially Horizon. It's not common. I mean, it's not very rare to see the defending team win the second point just because it's so hard to capture.
Right. What makes it so hard to capture?
Well, the spawn is right there for the defending team, and if you die, if you lose somebody in an attacking team.
Do you see there? You see in the back here? You said the spawn. Sorry, I'm looking at Laser Blitz. He's playing Sombra, the old Deadlocking classic here. He's gonna go behind and try to hack Ping Central. Doesn't look like that's doing, but Paper Sword gets nothing doing on that either. So it looks like nothing's working out right now for the side of yes, except for Widow only getting kill onto Meek. Ping Central smacks Paper Sword in the face for his insolence, and now it looks like a team fight that can go either way because Lieutenant Doge gets a kill on Oker. Mithra goes down, but Widow only responds with Ping Central kills, so I don't know what's gonna go on anymore. Everyone's dying. I don't know what to say. That's where you talk.
Big stagger fest.
Big stagger. It was a lot of staggers and a lot of solo kills, I would say. Like there's like a team fight happening in the top left and then a team fight on the ground. It's like, what do you do?
And lots of happening, and kind of seems like a miscommunication on Yes's part because right when they lost the team fight, they should disengage.
Yes, that's for sure. And now they're going to be pushing through this little choke. Actually, no, they're not. Looks like they're going to be stunned and killed here. Ping Central getting a double kill onto the two supports. And so now it's going to be really bad for them because Paper Sword got booped off, I think, by Oker as well. Or excuse me, by Meek. So not really able to do anything for his team after the shatter. And yeah, it's another reset. So another one team fight. And actually, they only used, I believe, one ult.
Yep.
There, ACPs. So yeah, so really great job.
The thing is, Yes is coming up with a grab. Pretty much 6 ults. 5 ults, minus the Reinhardt check. They have a lot to play with.
I'd like this push here coming out from the side of yes, they're going to take the other side, make them drop down and fight on equal footing. Here comes the hack from Laser Blitz, but it doesn't look like it gets anyone. And so now they have to be really careful here. The bomb comes out from Ping Central, but he doesn't place in the right spot, so it doesn't kill anyone. And now, Mithra, after getting a kill on ACP, their shield is down, Bob was still out. Actually, Bob's gone now. And now Zigno gets solo ulted. The ultimate bad manner play right there, making sure he can't live. Lu the Ninja trying to block this point for as long as possible. Meek also uses his ult, so 2 support ults there just to block one team fight. But it looks like they're going to lose out here. They didn't have that healing. They might have been better just to use one ult instead of both of them, and now everyone's going to go down. Now we have the classic 2CP, people just running on point, people playing Tracer, people are going to go Mei. It's going to be really annoying to commentate. Let's see what they can do, though. ACB with an ult, he's going to try to come in here and shatter immediately. Here it comes. The shatter immediately gets 3. That's what you're talking about. But then the counter shatter from Paper Sword and the hack causes them to win that team fight. So yeah, almost got into a 2CP situation where the respawns kept coming and coming, but yes, looked like they had a handle over it.
Yeah, I think the initial EMP actually went to solo EMP Lu the Ninja and killed him, and preventing them from getting the trans off, and everything kind of snowballed from.
Right. I mean, that's another thing of 2CP is easy snowball. I would say very easy for teams to snowball after like the beginning of a team fight.
You definitely get the momentum going if you take the first point pretty fast.
So now we're gonna go here onto the attack. 2 minutes and 26 seconds isn't some insurmountable time. It's not something absolutely crazy. It's not the speed run time. Okay. So this is definitely winnable for the side of Paranaps. If you're Paranaps, after going down 0-2, you're talking to your players, you know you have to win this one. Tell me what you would be saying to your players right now.
Probably, I'd be telling them it's winnable. 2 minutes is definitely doable. It's not the fastest time in the world, and something they can definitely overcome and get a better of. It seems like this map is doing better for them, or better. I think they're feeling the game out, and it shows.
Let's see. What are some things that you can do in 2 minutes, Lokai? Would you like? I don't know. Can you like run a mile in 2 minutes?
I wish. No.
Can anyone run a mile in 2 minutes?
I don't think so.
No.
I think the fastest is like what, 4?
4 minute. You could run a 4-minute mile?
Not me. I can run a 6. I used to.
6 is pretty good. I don't even know if I can do 6. I tried running tonight and it was awful. I think I ran like an 8.5-minute mile. It's terrible.
I mean, if you got me to run right now, I'd probably do like a 12. But
Yeah,
before,
can you please run a 12-minute mile during the cast?
Yeah, I got you. No worries.
These people, they're playing goats. They're doing the classic goats, just walk together. There goes the shield of ACB, and now it's going to be really bad for them because they lose Lieutenant Doge in the middle of that. Yeah, great shield destroy there from Yes, and so now they're just going to sit on point. They do get a tick, which is pretty interesting. They're going to probably get a second one unless they're... yeah, it looks like they're going to lose too many people to get that second tick, but, you know, they were almost kind of asleep there on the side of Yes. They kind of just let them have it, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to lose this team fight. Hard reset here coming out. Lug the Ninja already has 66%. Ult Zigno has 63, so it's not all bad for Power Naps.
Yeah, the rotation was pretty a little late on Yes's, but since they have that Ashe outputting so much damage, especially with Goats just trying to clump up and rush the point, he can get big dynamite.
Yeah, now that we're going to be having some buffs to Junkrat and Baptiste and all these sorts of things, it seems as though they're trying to gear up for some sort of spam sort of composition here. They want that to come out in Overwatch, and we already see the power of that as the shields went down for the side of Powernaps super quickly, as we see a double now coming out from Laser Blitz doing his best Commander Huey impersonation, and Widow Only doing his best Lokai impersonation, gets a headshot onto Ping Central, and it's another win team fight for Yes. So what do you think is happening right now?
I think they're just getting weathered down by the time they get to point or close to it. They're already so low with the spam coming out of the junk and the Ashe that they can't sustain out of it, and they just get picked off.
Are they like walking too slow? Like, how would you counter this if you're like a ranking? Because this happens a lot in ranked games and such. Like, you deal with this sometimes. What would you do here?
I'd probably go under them on the bottom right, and you go straight to the point just so you can deny the sidelines of them. Because if you go left side, they have full sidelines of you, and they can just ran above you. There's nothing you can do. Makes
sense, but now we see Testing getting an early kill on the Lulu the Ninja. Now this is going to be a lost team fight, because they're not going to have that transcendence to keep everyone alive, and yeah, they're just going to have to reset here. People are getting ult charged for free. They know they have to reset, so that's 4 ults on the side of Yes still, even though they used 1 ult there to win that team fight pretty easily. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they keep getting picked out like at the beginning. Like at the first fight, it was like Lieutenant Doge dies in the beginning, and then Lulu the Ninja just died in that team fight before they even got to point, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's really brutal just because with the Junk and Ashe, they pushed out a lot of damage. Nothing they can really do with it with Goats.
Yeah, they try to get another big suck there. Paper Sword's been getting those giant sucks onto the enemy team to make sure they can't get onto the point. Here comes the ult. They ult them into the wall so they can't gum into the point. It's going to give them a tick, but they still need that half of the the third tick, excuse me. Here comes the bomb from Testing. It's not going to do anything. Actually, it gets a kill on Zigno, excuse me. He ults straight into an Orisa shield. Not really much doing there for ACP, and now it's going to be a very scrappy fight. They're pressuring the Junkrat, but then they back away from the Junkrat. Now the bomb from Testing once again? No, it's from, excuse me, from Pink Central. Elizabeth gets a kill on ACP, Would Only gets a kill on Meek, and yeah, there goes the team fight for Power Naps. It's not really going to be good for them with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, they have one more fight, but the good thing is that Yes invested a lot of ults there, so I think they can do something here.
What can they do?
I mean, they're still playing goats. They have to push the point and try and draw them off the high ground.
Let's see if they can do that. Testing is not on this high ground anymore, so it's going to be a little bit less annoying for them to go around the side. Although we see Lu the Ninja once again getting picked off really early here in this team fight, so they're going to be fighting 5v6. And Zigno also got stuck, so they're a little bit late here. It's not looking good for them. Let's see if they can kill those bongos real quick. Looks like they're going to be able to do that at the very least. Pink Central gets testing down, so now it's a equal team fight. And they're almost close to winning this point too. Paper Sword by himself, but Mithra comes in with a clutch transcendence to keep the main tank alive here, although it looks like they're just going to get swarmed anyways. Testing is going to be able to get back into his mech, maybe, possibly? Yes, back into the mech he goes, but Pink Central kills Paper Sword in the meanwhile. And now Testing needs to do his best to stall for just a little bit longer. Laser Blitz has his ult, but it looks like he's just going to hold on to it and scurry back home. Tail between his legs, and now 3 minutes, 50 seconds left. They can still have a better time.
Yeah, if they get a good push off this, they can definitely have a better time than they have.
Oh, I love this. ACP already walking onto the point. This is how you have to do it, folks. Here comes the tire and a bomb going up to Laser Blitz. So that's a 1-for-1 trade there. The Junkrat for the Brigitte, and Zigno kills Paper Sword, so I don't know what's going to go on anymore. Widow Only and Testing kills ACB and Lu the Ninja. Widow Only is just staying here in the backside. No one is pressuring him right now, so he's going to get free raid over here as Pink Central gets taken out by his shots. Yeah, that's I think that's a hit scan's dream, when no one's looking at you and you just get free shots on people sitting on high ground.
It's amazing. It's just a day at the firing.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Basically that's what happened there for that team fight. It feels like if they were to pressure him a little bit more, they would have maybe actually gotten that cap, but at the very least they do have a tick, so it's not going to be as bad for them, as they have the Graviton coming out as well as the Transcendence. So what would you like to see here from Zigno?
I definitely want to see a grab combo.
But where? In whom?
In the back line. The back line for sure.
Oh, they don't even need to grab. They get a kill on Lizard Blitz already. That's 2 kills, 0 ults. Actually, I think they used, no, they didn't use any ults. Here comes the ult. It gets no one, but it's a zoning ult. It's just like a bomb, because it zones people. And here it goes. They're going to have to move back. Mithra tried to use her ult to save people, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen, because right when it ends, the Shatter comes out from ACP. Paper Sword is getting moved around everywhere. Good job from the supports of the side of Yes to keep him alive and still swing, but it doesn't really matter, because now he's going to die right before he gets his ult. And so now we're going to go into 2 CP mode here, folks. We're going to get people onto this point to stall just for a little bit longer. Laser Blitz trying his best to get onto the point. 70% ult, not able to get it in time, as Paper Sword is going to charge in here, turn around, and shatter. Here it comes. Gets a 4-man, and it doesn't matter because he was on a point. So all of them were stunned on the point, but it doesn't matter if you're stunned or not. As long as you're just sitting on it, you're going to get that cap. So good comeback there from Power Naps to get that second point really quickly.
Yeah, the time bank's actually pretty comparable, so hopefully this is going to be a pretty good match.
Yeah, the problem here, though, is that Power Naps had so much trouble pushing that first point that I can't imagine them pushing it in 2 minutes, you know?
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, you never know. Maybe they finally have, you know, gotten all the pieces together and figured it out and adapted, and we might have
We might go on to this 4th map, 2-1, almost 2-2. We might be getting that Buffalo Wild Wings overtime gameplay that Abizzle loves so much, but for that to happen, we have to play through this match, see what happens. So as we see here, goats, just goats all the time. Lokai, for you, this is your first time casting, so you haven't casted goats over and over again, but I have, and let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about my mother, Abizzle, or Lokai, and Abizzle. You're here too. Everyone, just come here and listen to me, okay? Let me tell you something about my mother, okay? No, goats. It's a composition. Do you think it's fun to cast since you've been casting?
It can be, but I definitely can see it can get old real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I see not goats in chat. Well, you wait. I mean, it's not really goats on the side of that team, the other team, but one team is playing goats, and that's all it takes for me to be upset. Laserbit's by himself, though. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know, maybe he was feeding on purpose for the Buffalo Wild Wings play, but it looks like Lu the Ninja gets taken out in the backside as well. They're going to get at least 1 tick, so that's going to be good for them. So it's going to force the side of Yes to at least get that one tick. They're going to drop on point finally, but Mithra dies in the process, and so it's quite difficult for them to win this team fight here. They need to pressure testing, though. Get him out of the mech, and look at them. They were listening to me. There he goes, and now Paper Sword is going to fall on the right-hand side. Poker doing a very... That was suspicious res there, and he's able to get it, though, so... not after dying, though, to ping Central. Bob is going to try to do Bob things, but then Bob dies, and everyone's dying. Should be, I don't know, Widow only is just sitting there on point. I don't think he's lost a single point of health. Okay, there you go, now he's losing health, and yeah, that was, I don't know. What do you have to say?
A straight up brawl. Yeah, they just let the Ashe sit there in high ground, range shots at them, unfortunately. With that type of damage output, they're not going to play a 1.
I feel like Ping Central, I don't know, he might have ulted, but I feel as though Widow only has gotten his ult and used it before Ping Central. Like, he's already, like, lapped Ping Central in terms of ult usage, so...
Yeah.
And LuvGangster going down early once again in the team fight. That is not looking good for them. Laser Blitz gets Ping Central with the tire, and now they're going to go through space as quickly as possible, but folks, there's very little gravity in space, so when you jump up in the air, you can't walk as fast. So that's going to be bad for them. Meek doing his best to not die, but can't not die forever, folks. So there you go. They get about 1.5 ticks, a little bit more than a half. So now we go on to Yes on their push. They have about 2 minutes and 30 seconds or 3 minutes and 30 seconds? 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So, I don't know, Lokai. What do you say about this?
I can definitely see a disconnect between Lou the Ninja and the rest of his team. And it seems like Guess is taking advantage of that because he's gonna pick pretty much every fight, start of every fight, and it's kind of brutal to lose your Zenyatta. And sometimes it's just with the nature of the team comp, and sometimes he's lagging behind. And he's just totally disconnected from his team, and then DPS from Yes are totally punishing him.
Yeah, and it's good on Yes for punishing that. I mean, a few of the times, I think I remember seeing someone like Zigno or someone like that get stuck in a trap. And so what Lou the Ninja, I suppose, was thinking was like he was maybe supposing his team was going to like wait for Zigno to get unstuck from the trap and then push forward so that Zigno doesn't die. But then they kept pushing forward, so it was just him like waiting for his tank to hold up his shield in front of Zigno. But that never happened, so he died, and then Zigno was able to get out. I think that like might have been like 1 or 2 of the kills on the Lou the Ninja. So I mean that's just kind of unfortunate. And when you are playing against a Junkrat, you sometimes get trapped, and so that's never fun. But yeah, they're gonna have to work on that. Go back to the drawing board next map, but first we got to finish this one out, and it's still winnable for them. They have to get basically 2 ticks here to win this, and so I don't know. They're running this composition with a Zarya and a monkey, so let's see what it does for them. The dive is, what's it called?
Floats.
Floats. That's what it's called. Do you like this composition? Do you like floats? Oh, they get bumped onto the point. A big bump there from Testing to get them all the way onto the point. Now it's kind of like a weird team fight as I see like people like fighting near the health pack, and I see people fighting on the left hand side. What the hell's going on here, Lokai?
It seems like Yes is trying to get a position at some point, and it's not working out too well.
It looks like it's working out okay. Testing gets a kill on Lou the Ninja. I mean, it's I think a 5v5 fight, give or take. So anyone can still win it. It looks like the positioning is going the way of Yes, actually. So all this damage coming out from Mithra and Laser Blitz is going to cause them to go down. And yeah, here comes the ult already from Mithra. Tried to give her team a little bit of an advantage. Ping Central gonna ult here. Yeah, and then die. So let's see if they can get back here on the point. No ults for the side of Paper Naps, or Power Naps. Paper Naps. And that's it. That's it.
That's
GG.
all she wrote. It definitely seems like Yes has found some holes in Power Naps for the communication or the support.
Right. So do you think that this was something like maybe they practiced for? Or do you think it was just like their superior... Let's look at... This is one of these situations where I'm sure he's just like sitting here, no one's looking at him. Let's see how many damage points he loses here in this team fight. Okay, great.
Yes.
So doing his best Lokai impersonation, great. He he actually had some pretty good moments in that match though as Ashe. So what do you think about Noah? Because he's one of the better DPS hit scan players in this league, I would say.
Noah? You mean Widow only?
Yes.
I think he's pretty good actually. And he plays a mean Genji as well. He
Hmm.
generated what he generated blade pretty much every fight or every other fight. So yeah, hats.
Yeah, he's getting those riderous blades, and so yeah, hats off to Widow only. I call him Noah because that's his little production. His name
Yeah,
in the thing is Noah, so I call him Noah. You know, I like to feel as though I'm personally like attached to these people who I've probably
of
spoken
course,
maybe
of course.
one sentence to before. So anyways, now it's a 3-0. Or yes, they've already wrapped this one up, and now we're gonna go into everyone's favorite map, Blizzard World. So Lokai, some people don't like Blizzard World. Other people find it okay. What do you think about Blizzard World?
I find it okay. I personally don't mind it. So I know a
Yeah,
lot of my teammates don't like Blizzard World, but I personally don't like. I personally like it.
I'm in the same boat as you. I feel as though Blizzard World is one of those maps where you can actually run a few different compositions, and in certain parts of the map, certain compositions are better than others. So really, it's one of those maps that like more encourages different sort of
Diversity.
compositions. Yeah, it encourages diversity
Yeah,
in this
definitely.
way.
Yeah, there's definitely no set comp that's like the best on Blizzard World. You have a lot of flex that you can go into.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, just like certain parts have really good sight lines, and the other parts have like a lot of like chokes and such. You know, so I feel like you can run like completely different compositions, and like in certain parts, like it's better to run like maybe dive, but then in other parts, it's better to run like death ball or something. You know, of course, goats is so powerful that it's probably best to run goats all the time. But you know, imagine goats didn't exist, then you would have this sort of diversity, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely with the streets phase, as long as sight lines, so dive is, and there's a lot of high ground you can make use of. So
Yep,
dive is something. But for like the first and second and third points, they're a lot more cramped. So something like death ball is gonna be more apparent.
for sure. Mm.
Are
This
you still
break is
eating your
sponsored
Chick Fil
by.
A?
Oh, I'm casting. Want me to cast like this the entire time, Lokai, with food in my mouth?
Man, you're making me hungry.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like Danger Man. Should I get Danger Man in here?
Me too.
Danger Man 26. I don't think Lokai wants to meet Danger Man 26.
Danger Man 20.
Yeah, Noah says don't watch this play of the game. I'm sorry, Noah. We had to watch it because we were talking about you. We were saying so many nice things about your Ash. But really, I mean, he was uncontested, wasn't he? Like, am
Yeah,
I
pretty much.
crazy?
Yeah, he was pretty much contested for the whole map.
Yeah, he did. He got hit by like one like Lucio boop, and I think he was looked at more during that play of the game than like in the middle of like the game. So I don't know. It's really hard for a lot of teams. I mean, I've seen that in a lot of scrims and such. Like, it's hard for teams, for teams to like peel like these DPS who are like across the map and they're like mid to long range characters. It's just like weird for them to like go and dive them or do something to take care of them. Like, whose job is that Lokai generally to take care of that?
Generally, the definitely because she has the mobility to get up there, get in his face, and you can, if you play it right, you can actually one combo them with the rockets, boosters, and just the left clicks, or
Right.
you can just oppress them with the DM and just pressure them, make them comfortable.
Right. I would say like it's like oftentimes the diva's responsibility, but it's like one of those situations where like I don't know, it's not like the diva's responsibility to like dive Widowmaker all the time, you know? Because like then you get demeched. So it's one of those, it depends on the situation sort of things, and you know, diva's like the midfielder, like if it was soccer.
Yeah,
Diva's like the midfielder. Like you don't want to always go up and, you know, try to score a goal because then like shit's gonna happen in the back. Sorry, I said the shit word on stream. This is not on Owlet tournament, so it's fine. But anyways, professionalism. Anyways, so it's just difficult to sometimes in a team because like sometimes you think, oh, it's supposed to be some other long range DPS who's supposed to take out the other long range DPS, and sometimes you think it's the diva, and sometimes you just think like, oh, well, you have to ignore them and do this, and then kill
yeah.
everyone else, right?
Well, that's usually with that you just need to designate the roles within the team. Like, all right, you're gonna be, is Ash giving us problems. You're gonna deal with her, and it really helps.
You know. So now we are going into Blizzard World. Lokai, are you a big fan of theme parks?
I love theme parks.
Really?
Yeah, I love Six Flags.
You love Six Flags. Okay, which Six Flags do you like to go to?
Yeah, I primarily lived in Southern California my entire life, so Magic Mountain.
Okay, so you live in California, so why didn't you go to Disneyland?
because I like the roller coaster.
Okay, so you're not there for the theming and for the Disney stuff. You're just there for pure adrenaline.
Basically, I mean, going to Disneyland's pretty fun too, but if I'm looking for a theme park and roller coasters, I'd have to go to Six Flags.
I see. I see. What's your favorite ride? What sort of rides do you like? I guess. Like I don't know my name, but like, do you like the ones that go like loop de loop all the time?
The loop de loops are really fun, and the ones, the really fast ones are. Those are my favorites.
I see. So now we're gonna go from talking about really fast things to really slow compositions. Although ACB got melted there pretty quickly. Ochre takes a smack in the face from the Ninja as well, though. So, yeah, just people dying. This is Overwatch. It's the state of life, actually. It's death. People die again, and now Yes is gonna win. So, what did you see there, other than the early pick onto ACB?
Well, they have the Sombra. So the Sombra is definitely applying pressure to the front line with the hacks or hitting back line.
Alright, so how do you counter a Sombra? I mean, Sombra is extremely powerful. She makes you... You're basically unable to play the game when you get hacked, and so that's just a really big crowd control. It's also fairly easy to hit, so what do you do to counter something like a Sombra?
She's really obnoxious. You just have to keep an eye out on her, and the Diva's supposed to be shooting aimlessly, hopefully.
I see. ACP shatters into the shield, so nothing doing for him. Paper Sword is trying to come back with a shatter of his own. Maybe didn't need it because all of the people were hacked and they were going to win that team fight anyways, but just for authority's sake, gets the big shatter, and there is the team kill. I think it's the first time we've actually heard that tonight. So, as we see Mithra saying patience on the cart, being a good cart bot right now, literally because Zenyatta is an Omnic. Lokai, what is the importance of a cart bot on your team?
It allows your team to push the payload while the rest of your team is taking space, rushing the team.
Well, speaking about taking space, ACB has taken all the space for himself, but no, Mithra says, no, 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 this is my cart. I'm the cart bot. You made me stop pushing this cart. I'm going to kill you. And now Mithra's going to get back onto this cart and push it forward with the rest of her team. Actually, now Ochre's going to be the cart bot because they push it onto the second point here pretty handily, pretty quickly. 4 minutes, just about 4 minutes, a little bit more. So now they have 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Pretty long time here to push into this final point, but this one can be notoriously stingy in terms of defense resources. So Lieutenant Doge gets a kill on the Widow only. Brig going down to another Brig. ACB getting hacked, so Paper Sword can walk forward a little bit, but I don't think he does have ult, but now he has no life. Here comes the grab from testing, excuse me. Luva Ninja uses his Transcendence in response. I think that's actually a very good grab from testing, since it did manage to get Luva Ninja's trance out.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like Parnaps has a lot of ults, but they're really hesitant at using them, which is actually real unfortunate because it's letting Yas stick it.
For sure, and it's actually kind of a common problem, which you say, as we see an ult come out here from Power Naps, actually from everyone. Everyone's ulting right now. ACP ulting. Here comes the Sombra hack. That's all 6 players, folks, getting hacked. And once that happens, you know it's going to be bad news bears. Ping Central, demeched. Sombra. Just doing Sombra things right now, folks.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. It's actually really common to see players hold the ults for a really long time, even though it's not ideal.
You said it is common or uncommon?
It's really common.
I think like the higher up maybe you get, the less common it is, but yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Like you want to get the perfect ult, right? You want to get a 6-man shatter. You want to get these things, but sometimes it doesn't work out. They see an early ult coming out from Meek, so they're going to try to use this for a little bit of push advantage, although they're playing against the Sombra, so it might be a little bit difficult. They're pushing Paper Sword. His shield is now broken, and now his spirit is broken because he's in the grave. We have Laser Blitz causing some havoc in the backline. He's probably going to just push the card a little bit, see if they notice it. They're going to notice it now. Widow only decides jump into, is that water? No, that's like ghastly that's Saturn. He just jumped into Saturn there. I'm looking at the little like hole here. I'm not sure what the green gases are. I don't know what that signifies. Just like nothing there. Anyways, just like my life, there's nothing there. All right, here comes the team fight. Here comes the big hack, big shatter. Paper Sword gets 4 people in the shatter. Widow only swings and plays Brigitte, and that causes everyone to die. And then now everyone's gonna die on the side of Power Naps. What happened there?
They got all EMP.
All right.
Bears.
Yeah, it sounds about right to me. What can they do here to come in here and stall? Well, they've got this thing called a Transcendence. They got this thing called a Shatter. They've got this thing called... Actually, they don't have that. That's the other team. They're using that. And now they're using that. Look, oh my god, they're using things! Oh, Lokai, what's gonna happen now?
Nothing, apparently.
It looks like testing's gonna happen. Testing gets a double onto the 2 tanks of power naps, and I think that's about all she wrote here. This cap is gonna go down at about 2 minutes and 30 seconds if they get the quick. Yep, they do it. So 2 minutes 35 seconds, about as fast as they got the cap last time, actually in Horizon, wasn't it?
It's about. It's definitely. You see, was that? I think it was the first grab, right? That Signa threw out. So yeah, there's a lot of hesitance on PowerNap's side. It's definitely putting them on the downside of the, because the red team is generating so much more grabs and ults much faster than and utilizing them more properly.
Right. I think one of the difficulties as like a young team is knowing, because it's not just like once you get grabbed you should immediately use it. You know, like you need to like kind of coordinate a little bit, but like what level of coordination do we really need to have? Excuse me. I mean it's just hard for teams because I think teams miss out on like the tell me when you're about to have sort of thing. Like they don't say like I'm 80% to grab, right? Like it's something that doesn't really like, happen that much.
It's definitely kind of a thing where when you grow into as a team, you just you work together and you say, all right, come up and grab this fight. I'm planning to use it, and when you're gonna use it, you say I'm grabbing, just to have that.
So going forward, what would you do as power naps like to practice that?
Just plan fight. So asking yourself as a team what ults they're gonna have, what ults you want to use during the fight, and just.
Those are important things to be thinking about while you play this game. I remember I was on a team and I was doing that, and then they told me not to do that anymore. It's just too much thinking, too much brain power, you know? Just gotta focus on fragging, you know?
Very interesting.
So I'm not gonna say any more about that as we push forward here. Another sneaky deaky Sombra play here from Laser Blitz, and he's lagging behind just a little bit, but he'll be able to get back in here and cause some havoc. They push around. Do you like this long flank? I've seen this a lot from teams. They do this long flank. Do you like it?
Not really. It takes a long time, and if you're not playing against something that you need the long flank, then I don't think you should.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to get away from the Sombra. I'm not really sure what the long flank was about. I mean, if you're playing against a Widowmaker, I understand it, but they're going to be playing basically goats, so I think it's kind of useless to use the long flank. Of course, they're winning the team fight as I say that, so it doesn't really matter too much. Big Purple coming out from Move the Ninja to get that initial kill onto, I think, Paper Sore, and now, yeah, even though they're coming back here, Widow doing his best Tony Hawk impersonation, doing those 900s, ACP getting kill onto him, and now, yeah, a lot of pressure here. Paper Sword goes down as a result. Ping Central gets demaxed, but that's really all they wanted to do. Laser Blitz and Mithra go down as well. That was actually relatively simple.
Yeah, they got a big anti on ACB, or no, on my fault.
Paper Sword.
And after the Ryan goes down, it's pretty much a done deal.
Yeah, and so now they're going to be pushing this cart as far as they can. I suppose Lu the Ninja is going to be the cart bot for this team going forward, trying to take over for Mithra on that first push. Yeah, they find out. Oh my god, they find the hacker girl, but not until it's too late. All 6 players hack. Laser's getting another 6-man hack. That's actually crazy. As we see Ping Central going to be demeched. I think that's like the 3rd or 4th.
That's really brutal. He actually uses a shatter in that too.
Wow. Was that on purpose?
I don't know if it was on purpose, but it happened, so.
It does happen. God, I hate Sombra. You know, if I could use this cast just to talk about like game design and like fun, like we talk like balance. Everyone thinks about balance, right? Like, oh, we need to have this entire game balanced, right? So we see a shatter come out here from a character who does have a lot of counterplay, unlike Sombra who has no counterplay, which is not fun to play against. Anyways, I'm just gonna be bitter for the rest of this cast. So Lokai, he's got the HGH on him. He's swinging. Now he doesn't have the HGH on him. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say who's going to win this team fight. It looks like they're going to back off, though, on the side of... Yes, they're going to let them push it forward just a little bit, even though they have the support ults on their side. Actually, they have 5 ults on the side of Power Nap. So they're going to try to ult here, get them to use ults Although they ult first, Laser Blitz ults as well. Wow, they are using their ults way faster than the other team. That's crazy. Oh, that's insane.
They've been holding those 5 ults for since the for the first.
Dude,
they haven't thrown any ults out at all, and it's kind of it shows you because that's like the second or the third EMP that Laser Blitz has gotten out before they've even used any of their ults.
Yeah, they had 5 ults, and I think Power Naps had 3. And not Laser Blitz didn't even have his ult when I was talking about who had ults or whatever. And he got his ult and used it before all 5 of those members on the side of Power Naps had used it. So that's just like, that's just bad. Trying to one-clip Meek, not able to do it, but yeah, just causing general mayhem. Oh, and now he's flying. He's in Murloc Island right now, folks. Here comes the ult from Ping Central. That's a pretty good bomb, actually. So good that it gets 2. Your mom lets you have 2 kills with that. As Lu the Ninja punches testing in the backline as well. Zigno getting 3 assists there on all of those kills. So, you know, they come back, they use 3 ults. Lu the Ninja's gonna have his ult, but yeah, now there's 3 ults on the side of yes, so it's gonna be kind of hard for them to deal with that. I don't know, Lokai, what do you think is gonna happen here?
I think Laser Blitz is gonna get another 6-man ult EMP.
Well,
it's gonna be bad news bears.
Oh, those ults were not so good for them. Laser Blitz gets a hack onto the HGH Reinhardt, but it doesn't really matter because Mithra is using her ult as well. So yeah, they're gonna lose this team fight. They have to be really careful here. Maybe just build up ults as much as they can and just feed as quickly as possible. They are gonna back out of here surely, although Ogre gets hit with the big purple. He's not feeling green about that. There comes the ult. Laser Blitz hacks ACP. He's gonna go down. Ping Central is gonna get DMAC. Zigno's gonna go down. Lu the Ninja is not gonna go down? Surely he's gonna go down. Yeah. So yeah, just hack. They don't have anything to counter the hack.
I mean, at this point, they have to know that Sombra is generating ult pretty much every fight, so they know that it's gonna happen. They need to plan accordingly. They're still clumping up, and unfortunately, that's leading to these 5-6-man team.
Well, I mean, that's the power of Sombra against goats, right? Is that you do want to generally clump up in goats for the most part, and so how do you counter that as like a new team? Like, what do you do? When you're learning, don't clump.
Don't clump. Like if you know they're gonna have ult, then you have to play a bit more split, correct?
I mean, I suppose, but then doesn't that weaken your goats a little bit? As we see a shatter and a grab at the same time, folks. Doesn't lead to any kills. Actually, Meek goes down. Another HGH for ACB. He's Rafael Palmero. We're talking about that Mark McGuire. We're talking about that Sammy Sosa. We're talking about that Barry Bonds, folks. He's swinging from that hammer. That's Ken Griffey Jr., folks. He gets Widow only down. And the 5-man. The bomb gets kind of stuck. Oh wow, none of them die, but they're all hurt in purple, so they should die here. Although Laser Blitz, another huge 6-man ult. Actually, it's a 5-man ult because Meek was just respawning. Doesn't look like that's gonna end up with a win for them this time though. They're just trying to stall it as long as possible. So now, only 2 minutes here to push it. That's about, I would say, 2 full team fights for Power Naps to get it all the way into this into the end. So now with very little ults, what would you do in this initial team fight if you're Power Naps to generate ults as quickly as possible?
Just play it as fast as possible. Definitely just get those ults going. And try and draw out Yes's ults because they're going to be pressured.
Alright, that sounds good. As we see some guest has joined us here in this commentary. Let me just server mute him real quick here. Actually, can I just kick him? Whoa, he just left himself. Great. I was actually about to just kick him. That would have been funny. But anyways, ACP gets shattered in the face. All 4 people behind him get shattered as well. And now 2 charges at the same time. Zigno gets the advantage of that, kills Widow only as she ran into ACP. And so now they have a bit of an advantage here. ACP with good bubble. He's gonna have to walk forward with it to cause a little bit more space. Big purple coming out from Lu the Ninja. Gets 2 with it. Ochre's now purple, and now, yeah, that's huge. They are actually able to get all of those ults that they needed for this one team fight. And it looks like they're gonna be able to push in with this one, although they need to be careful because sometimes you can kind of just walk on the point and stall for a bit longer. But no, not gonna happen this time. Round 2.
Really hurts to see the Yes with the 3 ults available and not using them. But yeah, Arnaps pulled it off. We got ourselves a little game.
Yeah, we do have a bit of a game here. Every map counts, folks, especially for a team like Power Naps. Maybe not for Yes, because I'm not saying Yes is a lock for playoffs, but I feel as though the top 4 teams right now in Owlet are like, it's going to be very hard for them not to make playoffs. Like, they're going to have to actively try to not make it into the playoffs. But for a team like Power Naps, who are like, I think 9th or 10th right now, if you want to go and beat Burn and beat some of these other teams, that are like trying to hang on for dear life, these maps will end up counting for you. So you have to go hard at all moments, at all times, even though it can be hard during a 3-0 to try to win that last map. So Lokai, this is going to be their last push. What's going to happen?
What's gonna happen? They're probably gonna go as fast as possible and try and probably go left to right and just go straight into the goat's composition. Since they have a Sombra instead of a Diva, they can probably try and exploit that because their front line will be a bit weaker.
Yeah, so we'll see if they do that wraparound strategy. The first time I would, like you said, I think I would not expect that to happen, but we'll see what happens. So the Sombra once again going behind them. Yeah, if they just hurry on to the point, this is going to be huge for them because Sombra won't be able to catch up in time. It looks like they are going to do that, although it's a little bit slow. I wish it was a little bit faster, but Sombra just trailing barely behind. He's going to want to look for Lu the Ninja, although Lu the Ninja, whoa, gets a big purple, but not after almost dying himself. Actually, they're going to win this because of that purple. Wow, that was extremely risky from Lu the Ninja, but it's going to win them the team fight as they're all going to have to back off here. I believe like 2 of the tanks got like purpled, and it's just bad for them. Testing's going to go down now, yeah. Wow. I don't know what to say. Was that proper from Lu the Ninja? Does that make sense as an Ana? Like, are you supposed to do that as an Ana?
Yeah, definitely you want to use the nade to purple them. Right. 9 times out of 10.
Well, thank you, Lokai, for that insightful comment. Yes, are you supposed to purple people? See, I thought you were supposed to just do the yellow on your own teammates. I didn't know about the whole purple the other team. I thought that healed them.
Yeah, but I mean, you can always heal them, correct? But if you get a purple, it's more impactful, especially if you get in the front line.
Well, I mean, that's true. I'm just wondering if like that positioning was like really aggressive. So I'm just wondering about that. Let's see if they use their ults here quickly, because they should have a little bit of an ult advantage. Although it's kind of their Yes is building it up actually fairly quickly, especially from testing. He's gonna have his grab for his Zigno probably. Another big purple coming out here. Wood only is gonna go down, and testing is also probably gonna go down. He's low, and they need to kill him before he gets his grab off, because it's going to be bad for them. Actually, doesn't matter because they killed enough players. There goes him. There goes Mithra. Oker's probably going to die, unless he's able to run away because he's Lucio, so that makes sense. Laser Blitz is just going to do the classic Sombra, stand in the back, hope for the team to come in, sort of thing. It looks like they're going to actually get a second point off of this. Wow.
Yeah, that's actually huge.
Whoa, Laser Blitz, I think Laser Blitz wanted to ult there. Oh no, he wanted to ult right there. Although they managed to get the grab out in time. Oh, they almost pushed the cart just like being stunned. That's crazy. Not able to do it though, as Ping Central gets a double kill onto Paper Sword and Laser Blitz. Yeah, I guess he just didn't have the shield up, but yeah, I don't even know what to say right now. I mean, they're pushing this cart way better than they pushed the first time, and they had like no time to push it, so I don't know.
Yeah. Backs against the walls, they're definitely showing up.
And maybe if they had some of this fire in their bellies at the beginning, maybe like the second or third map, it would have done them a little bit better here. But, they were maybe just sleeping a little bit at the beginning and take some people to warm up. Anyways, here, another team fight. Now it's going to be kind of difficult because there's 2 support ults on the side of Yeso. They're going to use that to their advantage and get a kill onto ACP. There's a 2-man shatter onto Brigitte and Diva. The Diva able to get back up, but kind of hurt. Lu the Ninja trying to stay alive as long as possible, but it's not really possible because you don't have a shield and you're not Brigitte and you're not tanky and you're gonna die. And now Paper Sword swinging, and yeah, that's gonna be it for that push, but an extremely impressive push that was.
That was a great push by Parnap, so.
Yeah. So we're gonna go here. Final point. Final attack.
Who do you think is gonna win it, LuvGangster?
Who do I think is gonna win it? I mean, probably yes, because it's just like, I don't know, man. Like it's so fun. Like the best teams just use their ults like faster. Like there's so much. This game is so based around like ult usage that if you're not using your ults as quickly as the other team, then that means like you're not getting as much value as the other team. Like you say, like if you use it, then you get to build it up faster. So it doesn't matter if like you get a big ult. All you need to do is get a good enough ult to win the team fight. It's like win conditions sort of thing, right?
Yep.
So you have win conditions for each team fight, and as long as you kill X or whatever, or neutralize X while we do Y, that's all you really need. And so ults, sometimes you only need to use 1 or 2 ults just to win, to get that win condition down. So you don't need to like combo 5 ults to win a team fight. So yeah, I don't know.
That definitely goes into like the ult economy, right? Using
Yeah.
just enough ults to win the team fight, but making sure you still have some in reserve for them.
Right. Exactly. So let's see if these folks invested into Bitcoin here as we come into the final attack. Looks like they're going to be running Goats versus Goats, Ana Goats versus Zen Goats. We'll see if a big purple comes out from Lube the Ninja, if he's going to try the same play as he did last time. I'm not sure if he will. Yeah, he's staying here in the back a little bit. Testing already gets ACB going down once again early in the team fight. I'm not sure what's happening there for ACB, but I think it's like the second time on this map alone that he's died first for his team, and now they're gonna basically roll here. Can't really stall for all that long. Of course, they push it very long, so it's not the biggest deal, but yeah, it's they have to work on that.
Well, yeah, definitely. As an Ana, you have a less margin of error when it comes to healing a tank.
Yeah. I mean, do you think Lube the Ninja is not healing his tank as much, or Meek is using too much speed boost, or is it more like a tank positioning thing?
It's like ACB has to recognize that he's being discorded, and when you're discorded, you have 6 people focusing down on you. You're gonna melt real quick, and and Ana can only output so much heal.
Right. As we see both Laser Blitz and Paper Sir. Laser Blitz getting his ult before anyone else on his team, and he's going to use it. Whoa, great positioning there from Paper Sword to get behind them as the grab was happening, so no shield to block all that damage out, and yeah, it's going to be a pretty easy team fight for Yes, even though they use both of their crowd control ults. I think it was probably worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth because they can take all their space. They definitely have Parnaps on the ropes.
Do you think they're like standing too close to cart right now? Like, do you think they should have pushed forward a little bit more?
Yeah, I would have pushed up further.
Oh, that's a great shatter from ACB. Oh, and here comes a bomb. This might be a good combo. It's not going to get anyone. The idea was there, though, so that was pretty good. Grab coming out from Zigno. He gets 4, but it's not going to do much of anything as Mithra is going to counteract that with her Transcendence. Excuse me, Lube the Ninja uses Transcendence as well. Bomb goes out. Once again, nothing doing. Mithra goes down to Lieutenant Doge, and now they're going to have to... I don't even know if they're allowed to back up. They've got 20 seconds left, so they need to be really careful. If they kill Zigno here, they can maybe push forward, but instead Laser Blitz is the Zarya that goes down, and so now they're going to have to, I don't know, pull out some sort of miracle to keep this cart pushed. They're going to go around top, see if they can maybe sneak by them, but of course, King Central sniffed it out, that highly mobile D.Va, and yeah, here comes Widow Only, getting boofed off of the point, trying to get back on. I don't even know where ACB is right now, but he's just killing things. Oh, he's doing danger man. Oh, he just shatters them. Oh. Why not? And so now here comes an ult onto the cart to see if they can get there in time. They cannot. And Powernaps wins this map, and that means the match is a 3-1 in favor of Yes.
That's actually a really good push from Powernaps. I think they really got into the groove again, and they actually used their ults decisively and helped them with the wipe.
Yeah, I mean, the first 3 maps, they kind of had problems, and yeah, that's a big hack there coming out from Laser Blitz. Laser Blitz probably the MVP of this match, at least for this map. This team lost. But yeah, it's like Powernaps. What turned on for them there at the end? Because they lost the first 3 maps pretty handily, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they did. I think once you're down 3-0, I think it's more of a pride thing. You don't want to get 4-0. Nobody wants to get 4-0. So you know, they kind of just kick into a lot of teams kick it another gear, and they don't have anything to lose anymore. So they just go balls to the wall, see what happens.
It makes perfect sense to me, and looks like that's going to be that for us, unless we want to do interviews. Abizzle, you want to do interviews? I don't know what to say to that. Actually, I've got some Chick-fil-A here that needs to get eaten, so I don't think we're going to be doing any interviews, folks. I'm sorry. Sorry. So,
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, so Lokai is going to go get Chick-fil-A after this stream.
I wish. Sure. I think it's closed. What time is it?
It's, for you?
It's closed. It's closing 10? Soon.
Well, you hurry. All right, let's go. It's closing at 9, right? So
yeah,
we're gonna stop our stream now. Lokai is gonna get himself some Chick-fil-A, and we're gonna enjoy our night. Okay. So from everyone here from Owlet, my name is LuvGangster. That's Lokai. Lokai, send us off.
Thank you for stopping by the stream. Hope you guys have a good night.